Welcome to another episode of Let's Argue About It. Today I got my young partner here, Baby J. What's the word, my boy? One of Houston's youngest voices on the rap scene right now, coming out to a stereo near you right today. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna chop it up and we're gonna get to know who Baby J is, all right? All right, so the first thing I do every time I start this, right, is I always gotta ask and you gotta tell the viewers who is Baby J.
For sure. Baby J, first thing first, I want to say, man of God first before everything. I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a family person first, and I make music, and I'm just solid nigga all around.
Yeah, okay. All right, all
So
right. So first name first, right? Baby J. Why do they call you Baby J? Just because you're just smaller than everybody, or
it
what?
that makes sense, but that really been my name since I was a baby. Like for as
Really?
long as I was
Okay.
like cognitive of it, like that's been my
That's
name,
been your
like
name, huh?
since I was a kid for sure.
All
That's
right,
been my only name.
for sure. And so you're a Houston native, obviously, right? What part
Yeah.
of Houston?
Southside, Yellowstone.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Got some good people over there, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
yo, and all that.
yeah.
Them the guys over there, man.
Nah,
They're
for
doing a
real.
lot of stuff, man. So, what? How you get into music, man? Like what? Like how you even get to being a rap artist? Like what brought you there?
It's crazy because like I used to always like play around freestyle at school and stuff, but my big brothers they got a homeboy who a musical engineer, so like he posted a deal one day. Like I was in ninth grade at the time. He posted a deal on Instagram. He was like 75 $75 for 3 hours. I was like, man, that's affordable. I could get that. I was selling candy at school and stuff, so
Yeah.
I was like, I want to hear how it sound like in the real studio. So I just started, and me and my homeboy Jay Spivey, we've been locked in. We've been making music together. So we just made our first song and kept going ever since then.
Shout out to Eric Spivey. We go to
Yeah,
the same church.
nah,
Shout
for
out to we
sure.
all go to the same church. There
Yeah,
you go. There you
shout
go.
out
But
One True Light
there's
for
some
sure.
godly roots in this podcast. That's what y'all to understand there, right? God
Nah,
submitted this.
nah, for sure.
But nah, that's what's up, bro. So your first 70, you put $75 for 3 hours, right?
Yeah,
First track you did was it already pre-written? Did you just go in a booth like, man, I'm just gonna freestyle it? Or how was that?
I wrote a song because like one time, don't nobody even know this is my first time saying this for real. Like I wrote a song before, like, cause at the barbershop I go to, it's a rapper from Houston who go there named Young Ass. So like
Hmm.
I was barber, we got the same barber. He was like rap to him. I was scared, I ain't had nothing. So I'm like, if I ever get put on the spot again, like I'm gonna have some
So
ready. So I went and wrote some. And like when I seen that deal, so I already had that song written, so I went and wrote it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like I put my first song down because I already had the song written like months before I seen the deal. So I just locked in ever since then.
Dang, okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
ever since.
do you think like we really about to talk about the music aspect, right? You was always freestyling, your boy was like, man, I can afford that. So like you always kind of had this music inclination
Yeah.
just from like a young age anyway, right? So for you, was music an escape or was it like a reality for you?
It was a little bit of both because like I say it's an escape because like say if I'm going through something and I don't want to vent to nobody or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, like I just go rap about what's on my mind. And it's more of a reality too because like I try to be like authentic and like rap kind of what I'm feeling like, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, So it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
For
And so,
sure.
I'm about to get into that, right? Because, a lot of people, we talk about rap and the way rap music in the
Hmm.
industry is now, right? I'm not a rapper, but I'm a fan of good music.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's good, right? So, do you think that a lot of people are rapping the reality they want people to see, or are they just rapping because, it's hot over here? If I make it sound better, right? Because like sometimes it ain't about the rapper, right? It's about the lyrics, not the lyrics, but the rapper, right?
Hmm.
Like you could be a great rapper, but you may not necessarily have the delivery like another rapper does. So
Yeah.
that's better, right? So do you think that the reality is important when you're rapping?
Yeah. It's for sure important because like I say like perception is the main thing with your audience because like
Uh-huh.
they have to vision you doing the things you rap about because like it got to be able to sell. It got to be more believable as possible. So it's like people want to feel like they kind of know the artist, like they
Mm-hmm.
want to feel close to them in the song. Like I say, music is like it's feeling based. Your song should make a person feel like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
whatever your tone of the music is, somebody should want to do that based off like So the people want to feel connected with you. So yeah, it's for sure like people gotta want
For
to
sure.
believe it.
So when people listen to your music, what do you want them to hear?
I want them to like think positive, like get money and like think morally correct than anything. Like
Okay.
you could stay down, you don't have to ride a wave. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you could be yourself and just be authentic and like be solid, like and go get some money without slime and without. It's more like positive than negative,
Yeah, more
for
positive than
sure.
negative. So do you think like, I don't know what your environment was growing up, right? You're a solid young man to
Mm-hmm.
me, so for what I know, you came up in a solid young,
Nah, for sure, for
upbringing,
sure.
right? But do you think like some of the things that happened in your earlier years projected you into a positivity when it
Mm-hmm.
came to rapping, or did you start rapping negatively? Like, man, this is not really who I really want to be, so let me change it up.
I say shout out to me, like my name Baby J, like I'm like real thankful that I'm like one of the youngest in my family. Like I had a lot of like older people around me, like big brothers, big cousins, my pops, like who always like preach like positive, like you don't have to be in the streets to be successful, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they always preach, don't be a follower, like we ain't crash shots, we players. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's what we gonna stand on more than anything. So like that always been in the back of my head. Like, do I want to go like the crash out way or like the player route? So I'd rather take the player route. What we call it now is the sway way. Shout out my guys. They
Yeah,
train so
Sway,
sway.
Sway. Shout out to all of them
Yeah,
boys. Sway
for sure.
basketball, Sway everything. Yeah, hey, I ain't
Everything.
gonna lie, I ain't never seen that. Once I met y'all, I see Sway everywhere. So
Yeah, so
shout outs to
sway
the Sway.
everything. Shout
Yeah,
out to so sway for sure. Like that's what we preach. Like player over crash out, man. Like we thinking bigger picture and rather than being like in the moment trying to chase fame and all that. We stand silent more than anything.
so
Sure,
you think that like we talk about being play over a crash out, right? Do you think that a lot of this music now is like crash out music, or
definitely,
it allows people to be like, man, I'm finna just go crash out right now. So
definitely.
yeah. So what do you like? What do you think about that when you hear that kind of music and you're like, man, that's the stuff that's like selling right now, but I'm still trying to get my stuff
Yeah,
recognized, right? Because I'm gonna be real with you, right? Positivity on the internet is hard to sell. So,
yeah, yeah,
how do
definitely.
you manage that?
That's where that's where the spiritual side come in. Like, cause like on me, like I know like the negativity, the controversy sell more, but like that's where you gotta have strong faith in that. Like people still rock with me, like being on my own side, being positive and like preaching what I preach in the music. It's like, yeah, it's a lower chance to succeed right now with like the boring rap, like compared to the controversial music. But like, you gotta just have faith and believe in yourself and just like know for a fact it's gonna pop. Like, I'd rather have a small amount of real fans than people who just want to see me like lead myself to destruction for sure. So
Damn,
if
that's
you
real.
mess with me because like I'm doing something wrong, I don't even care to have you as a fan to be honest. So like I'm just staying solid with like doing the right thing. I sleep good at night knowing I'm staying true to myself.
That's real. Okay, that's
Yeah,
real.
for
So,
sure.
we talk about fans, right? So you got an upcoming album. This is your first album?
First solo album, like me
Okay.
and my boy Jay Spivey, we've been rapping since ninth grade. Like we've been in duo, like so we leading into solo tapes while still doing what we do. So like this our
Okay.
first solo album
So
for sure.
what's the duo? Like, are y'all just
Baby
Baby
J, Lil
J? Oh,
J.
that's all, just Baby J.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got about 25, 30 videos over the years.
Yeah.
Like we started in high school, so like, and we went to two different schools that's like known in the city on the south side. Like we went to Jack Gates High School here in Third Ward, and we went to Shadow Creek out there. So it's like a good base to mix it. So a lot of people know us. So like a lot of people used to us rapping on duo sides, like introduction to us as solo rappers for sure.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what are you looking to accomplish with this first solo album? Let's talk about it first before we even get to what you accomplished, right? Talk to me about the solo album. Like, what are we to expect?
Um. So it's kind of like an introduction to me as like a man, like, cause last time I dropped the project, I was 18 years old. I ain't have a kid at the time, none of that. So I'm 22 now, so it's been like 4 long years. So it's like I was more of a younger boy going from like high school. Now I'm a grown man now, like, so it's a difference. And it's called Mr. Houston. I'm gonna drop it on June 27th, cause my last name Houston, so like I named it Mr. Houston. So like, like to
Yeah.
play on it like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just a way to like introduce them to me as a person, like who I am, what I stand on, and hopefully they'll know more about me by listening to the project. So,
What does success look like for you with this project?
success, success look like, if I'm being all the way honest, just gaining one real fan, like rather
Okay.
than like 100 people who here, like I was just saying, like who here for the wave of being hot, but I just want somebody who relate to me. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like the
same way.
real me, rather than with the gimmicks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
just gaining one real solid fan,
That's cool.
taking one
You
step
got
at a
you already
time.
got one, so you got to get another fan, y'all. Y'all got to get two.
Yeah,
So then
yeah,
I
we
know, but
need two now,
I
man.
got them over here. You know what I
Shout out
mean?
my boy, man,
Yeah, I got you,
for
brother.
sure.
So June 27th, highly anticipated. What does that rollout look like for? Right? What are you doing? You doing some stuff all month? It's Father's Day. I know you're a father. Like
Yeah.
you doing some stuff all month to kind of ramp up to it, or you just like, hey, dropping it June 27th and we out.
So yeah, I'm getting videos. I'm shooting videos right now. Like I'm gonna connect with the blogs. Like I want to
Okay.
do like when I can. I ain't gonna guarantee this month, but I want to do like a give back to the homies in
Okay.
downtown. Like if it's Mr. Houston, like how I'm gonna say Mr. Houston without doing
Yeah. So
giving back.
yeah,
So I want to just go like one Saturday, like downtown, just to go give back to the homies, like feed them some food or something like that.
for
So
sure.
like I'm big on like unity for sure. So
Okay.
like I'd rather see us all together than apart. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
For sure. So, obviously you didn't do this album by yourself, right? Are there any, or maybe you did do it by yourself, a solo album, but this solo. But do you have any, upcoming features on the album, surprise guests that we might be able to get a sneak peek at or what?
Yeah, so like I said, who I've been rapping with, my boy J5, and he'll feature on one of my songs. My boy B Hayes and Trey So Sway, my big brother. So yeah, I got a feature with them. They gonna be the second song on that, and my homeboy Lil Joe, that's my boy. We've been locked in since sixth grade. So yeah, like 10 years now. So
Yeah,
yeah, I got
okay.
him on there. So it's
Yeah.
more like trying to put like my circle on, like
Nah, I fuck with that, right?
yeah,
That's
like
it.
rather
Yeah.
like it's good to network, but on the first one I want to like be like real intimate on like
Yeah.
who I connected with
Like,
on that.
rapping with people that you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Rapping
for
with people
sure.
that, y'all done been through the same, or at least seen the same, or y'all
Yeah.
understand each other. So the
Mhm.
flows ain't different, right? It ain't
Yeah.
one person and then boom, like now y'all kind of meshing. So the message is gonna be the same regardless. Now I
Exactly.
get it, I get
Exactly.
it, I get it. Now that's fire, bro. So like, once we drop this album, right? I said we
Mm.
put me on the next one.
Nah,
Facts.
for
You feel me?
sure.
Put me on the next one. But now once you drop the album June 27th, right? Um, how like a listening party, right? Are you gonna do a listening party? And then if you are, right, are you
Mhm.
trying to like stay independent or do you want to like, sign to somebody?
So yeah, shout out to East Spivey. So the day of, I'm gonna do like a little album release section at D&D on Saturday,
Okay,
the day of the
shout out to
drop. So
JD, shout
like
out to JT too. That's my boy.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little section over there and rock out with the members.
So are you looking to stay independent or are you looking to sign with like get a deal after this?
Um, a lot of people say it's best to stay independent, but like if I'm being honest, like I at least want a major deal first to like to introduce myself like more to like get exposed over the world. You know, like they do things that like you can do it independently, but I'm being honest, your bread gotta be real, real long to beat what a label could do for you. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to mess with a label, but like have the most of my rights as possible at the same time. So like I want to use their button while they use me to make more money too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to help them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, help
I
them.
want to both win. And
Yeah.
yeah,
So do
so
you think I'm gonna ask this right because you talk about it's like it's a dual side to it, right?
mm,
Like I'm using their money to get my name out there, to get my music out there,
mhm,
right? They're using me to make the music and to make the money off the music, right? And
mhm,
I'm still getting a percentage, but it may not be as much as what I could do as an independent.
yeah,
But my question to you is, when people go into these type of deals, because I be wondering this, right? Like now, especially in this time and age, do you think like putting out your best music while you're under somebody's deal is the best course of action for you? Because like let's say you got your album's hot, right?
mhm,
It's doing numbers. Like, okay, we want to push this. Like, we want to make you another album that's just as hot. But like once your deal's over, you don't put like 5 or 6 hot albums out. Now you
yeah.
got to go and do your own. Like, what if you just you ever think about like your creative juice like being lost, or do you always think you're gonna have it?
I'm gonna be honest. That's what separate uh like a rapper from an artist. Like that's
Okay.
where like it go from like are you hot at the moment, or do you have timeless music? Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Cause like it's a song right now that probably came out 20 years ago. If we hear it right now, we gonna have that same feeling. Like,
Yeah.
so
Like
like,
pretty much Drake's catalog for me.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to
you
you.
gotta
Yeah.
be like this. So like, it really depends on like how great you are. Like, it's really all on you. Like, once the label do what they do for you, they can't make you stay hot. Like,
Yeah.
you could stay like in drama and all that, but that's not really the music. Like, if you
Mm-hmm.
in music, like your music gotta be real good for sure. So like, that's what separate good and great when it comes to music for sure. Like, between a hot 3 years or like a long 10-year run, like Future, shout out Future, and never been another Future. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, you gotta be like that when it comes to it if you want to succeed.
So you know, I'm just I be freestyling these questions. So I'm gonna take the Future thing, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm a Future fan too as well. So when you talk about his line of music, right? Your style of music, right? Where do you think you get your style from when it comes to making music? Like, what influenced you? If you didn't have one, you can say you ain't got one, but
If I'm being honest, like somebody who I feel I relate to the most, he's not even my favorite rapper, but like who I relate to the most, like who I could hear myself making that type of music, even the storyline and like the way we like think of things, like I feel I relate to the most is Lil Baby. Like that's my
really,
influence. Like
kind of look like him a little bit too. Nah,
I mean, bro, yeah,
nah.
I say Lil Baby. Like I can hear myself like making those type of songs. Cause like I ain't no like singer type of
Mm-hmm.
music. I'm not super catchy. I feel like I say real things in like a still young way. You know, like
Yeah.
some people could be over lyrical. I feel like I got a message with a good flow too. So that's why I compare it to. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the influence and really just Houston. Like yeah, I'm down south for sure. So
For sure.
shout out BG Ken Lou too. Like that's where a lot of people got their sound from out here in Houston. I must say. So like he real influential to the new sound for sure.
For sure. Well, since we on Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you like top three Houston artists right now, and you can't you can put yourself, but let's just
I
take
take
yourself out.
myself out of
I
that.
facts because we always gonna say I'm number
Top three
one.
for
Yeah, top three Houston artists right now.
okay. I don't count in Megan Thee Stallion, don't count, and Travis Scott don't count because
Yeah,
they another
yeah,
level.
facts.
So I say like who coming up. I say Fast Lane doing this thing, OTB Fast Lane, Mona Leo for sure. That putting you down. That's the hit. So it's a dude from Northside. He making some noise. His name Money D Dub. He making some good music right now. So them the top three for it. It's hard. D Baby too. D Baby doing his
It's
thing too.
hard.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't, but you gotta cut it because if you put D baby in, you gotta take one out.
I don't want to take nobody out,
Yeah, so just
man.
keep it in,
Yeah,
just keep what it in. I asked
everybody.
this question. It is not to put you on the spot, right? It's just, it's who do y'all see, right? Obviously, if you think those three, then you're thinking them for a reason, right? So if your career has their kind of like upstart the way they're having right now, do you consider that like a success?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a real success. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
For sure.
Nah, yeah, they got a real good following. It. I feel like with music, you should like keep you one song like a year. That's like you know what I'm saying. That's
Mm-hmm.
undisputedly your hit song that year, like for sure. So yeah,
And so also, right, we also in a generation where like you say young, y'all young, right? And I
yeah.
see it all the time is that like a lot of songs you don't even really, you hear a lot like snippets now,
Mm-hmm.
right? What is that really about? Because I feel like you probably understand it more than I do. Like you get on TikTok and you hear like just the chorus of the song, but it's like, oh, this song fire.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got to go find and figure out what the whole song is, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the 35 to 40 seconds that you hear, you like, oh, this is or the minute you like, oh, this is good. So
Yeah.
do you think that's something that you're gonna like utilize, like being able to put like for example, one of my favorite upcoming rappers right now is Hurricane Wisdom.
Oh
He's
yeah, he
known
cold.
for just putting like the little snippet, right? I
Yeah.
saw a snippet. I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you gotta drop it. He be like, yeah, 100,000 comments.
Yeah.
I'm dropping it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. For
do you
sure.
think that's something that you're gonna try to do, like to kind of start putting some of your music out as well, or what?
Yeah, for sure. That really social media is where like the success come from on music because like people stream, but like they gonna find out about you like that the real page, the for you page,
Yeah,
like you'll just be scrolling like 1 o'clock in the morning one night, just hear a hard song, and that's where you like get
Mm-hmm.
new followers. Like a lot, like it's cool to have genuine followers, like people who already knew you, but like them reels on social media, like people gonna find out about it on your For You page. So yeah, the little short reels, the little lyric videos.
So what's gonna be your real song off this album?
I might do one to the intro.
Okay. Which is Mr.
Uh,
Houston, or is that?
I'm gonna name
Oh,
that the intro to this tape called No Lie. So I'm
okay.
gonna do a reel to that one, and whatever the second song, you know how Apple Music they be having stars on the
Yeah.
album, like so whichever one got the other star on that one, I'll go
That's
with
gonna
that
do
one
it.
for
Okay.
sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. 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 So, are there any artists that you want to work with? In the near future, right now.
mm Of course, on some mainstream stuff, like yeah, I want to work with like whoever had the time I get in, like,
Yeah.
but like for like just as a fan who I want to work with one day, I want to make a song with. Of course, like the young boys, like
Yeah.
Lil
Now that's
Baby,
crazy. Young
yeah,
boy. So young boy's message is completely different than yours.
yeah.
So how would you make a song like that? I'm gonna put you on the spot now, because how would you make a song like
I
that?
feel like he versatile, like he an
Uh huh.
artist. So like, I I don't really like to shoot him up, bang bang, young boy.
Yeah.
Like it's hard, like for like when you turned up, but like I like his like melodic music more
Okay.
than like the little heartfelt music, like.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause I feel like more people relate to like feeling than like like killing. You know what I
Killing. Nah,
mean? Cause
absolutely.
everybody human, they feel some type of way
Way.
about something. So for sure.
That's what's up. So like your top list right now, artists to work with, Young Boy, Little Baby. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and I want to make a song. I ain't gonna lie, I need Janae Eiko or Summer Walker for sure. I want
Yeah.
to make a song
Okay.
with them.
That's a good choice.
That's
Them
gonna
both. Yeah.
bring
Yeah.
fine shit to
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody
That's a good choice. Them good choice. Them good
for
choices
sure.
right there. What
Yeah.
about like when we talk about from a local Houston perspective? Are there any local Houston artists that you're like, man, we kind of on the same path? Like I'd love to do a collab with
Oh
him
yeah.
or X, Y, and Z.
Shout out like I said, Money D Dub. I get myself making one with him. Young and going crazy. Yeah, we come from like the same area. Shout out Young, he doing this thing for sure. I do a song with him, and really like I want to make a song with whoever really want to make one with me, because I feel like it's more genuine rather than what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I want people to want to make one with me than like I send the
Yeah,
verse here. Like I
saying.
want to connect genuinely for
Yeah.
sure. I think.
For sure. So, are you gonna plan on doing a tour for this album? Right? Like what does that look like?
I ain't gonna lie, that sound good, but
Hey, you make it happen, bro.
hey, that's what I'm saying. You
A
never know.
tour
I
is what you make it,
manifest it,
man. You
yeah.
could do a tour in the city, an in-city tour, right? Where you go
Mm-hmm.
into different parts of Houston, or you could do a Texas tour. Everybody gotta go to Vegas, man. You ain't gotta be a resident, but is that something that you're trying to put together with the team or what?
Well, I wish I could do that, but I do. I'll be realistic and like you know what I'm saying. What I really could see myself doing, but like hopefully it gets to where it could be a tour. But like I'm gonna go to like a lot of the open mic networks and
Okay.
stuff like that, and like rap like 2 3 songs.
Yeah.
I'ma just like network and like go to all the underground events, cause like that's what people skip. They skip to like the groundwork of it. You can't skip the work, cause like as fast as it comes, as fast as it can go. Cause like I'd rather get a loyal core fan base than I've been saying the whole interview, like than like just people who with me, cause I'm high at the moment. I want a loyal fan base that's here to grow with me and just rock out with me as I'm rapping.
For sure. And I'm gonna test you on that, right?
Nah, for
So I
sure.
know I'm gonna test you on this.
Nah,
So
for sure.
if you had the choice between 100 million just fans, right? And
Hmm.
like you say, they really don't care about you. They like the music, but they want you to put out what they want to hear.
Yeah.
So 100 million just fans but you got to put out the music that they wanted to see out of you,
Hmm.
or 1,000 fans and you putting out the music you want to put out.
I
That
ain't gonna lie. You gotta be real. I want to answer this as truthful as
Come
possible.
on, it's
Cause a
cool.
million over 1,000, but at the same time, when you got that 1,000 who with you, cause they rock with you, that's different. That's a good number to start
Mm-hmm.
off with. That
Come
1,000
on.
could turn to 2 to 10. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't never want to sell my soul, cause when people hear sell their soul, they think of it like on some demonic stuff. Like selling your soul is like compromising your morals, your feelings for like others. So
Yeah.
I never want to like be unhappy with the creative process. So I have to pick the thousand who just genuinely want to
That's
rock with
real.
me for my sanity.
That's real, bro. And
Yeah,
you know, God's gonna bless you. He's gonna multiply you. You know what I
yeah,
mean, the way you need to, as long as you're doing it the way you're supposed to do it.
nah,
So,
for
you
sure.
know, I'm not even mad at the answer. But I ain't gonna lie to you. If it was me, I might have just put that one song out for 100 mil.
Not you see what I'm
Fuck it.
saying? Like
I ain't gonna lie to you.
that's what
I
I'm
just,
saying.
I mean, I gotta be. I mean, that's just crazy. Like one song. If I gotta do one, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I can like do it and then be done with it, I
But
might do it. But I
it,
get it though. Your passion is music, right? So I understand it. So it's different
yeah,
for me, right? My passion is not music, but if I had the, so you get, you know what I mean? Like
cause
for
like
me,
you
it's
could blow
like
for something that's not even really you. Like
exactly,
you could like be
exactly.
playing one day. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Like you could just be like, man, saying you know how Future
Yeah,
got that man. Just
yeah,
anything could blow up. It's 2026. You could
yeah,
make a whole play for some. Say you blow up on that, they ain't even gonna want to hear you rapping your heart out no more. They just
yeah.
want you
Here,
to
there,
the
that.
next catchy
Exactly,
song. So it's like
exactly. It's hard. That's why I say it's hard to be. It's
it
hard to be
depends on if
like
you're doing
that.
it for the love of money or the love of
Love
the
it.
art. So
That's
that
real.
that's it.
That's real. So I'm gonna ask you this, right? If rapping doesn't make you rich, will you still do it?
I ain't gonna lie. I love the music, but I ain't gonna lie. Not if it don't make no money. I still make the music, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't drop it
Yeah. Okay.
if it ain't gonna make me no money.
Okay.
Cause like
That's real.
I like to make music. I like the vibes while we making the music, like
Yeah.
what we doing while we in the
Uh huh.
studio. But like if it ain't gonna make no money, it's like why would I really invest
Invest
in
in
it
it.
all the way? Like I love it, but I can still do it while like not dropping. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Not facts.
I'm not gonna keep taking losses. That ain't smart business,
Nah,
you know.
facts. It's
Yeah,
smart
so
business. So talk about business, right? If you wasn't in the music business, would you be in another business or would you change your role in the music business, right? So like, let's say you don't be a rapper, but maybe you're like, man, I can spot talent too, so I could be a producer. Like,
if
what
I'm
does that
being
look
honest,
like?
that's really what I see myself doing. Cause
Okay.
like music, like I understand it. I understand it better than I make it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If I'm being all the way honest,
Yeah, a
so
lot of people like that. Some of
yeah,
the greatest writers and some of the greatest writers,
yeah,
they, you know, like man, they made a hit, and you like, huh? But I never heard this hit. But
I
you
feel,
know they hits because other people sing it.
yeah, definitely. I could see myself spotting the right talent. Like I feel like I got like the book smarts and the business side mindset of it to like have a successful label one day, like be like a Gotti or Dame Dash, like a mogul
Okay.
rather than like
Yeah.
I don't want to be hot for the moment. I want to be like relevant, like for the
Forever
next
legacy.
20 years,
Yeah.
like Birdman, all
Yeah.
them status. Like I want to make generational wealth out there. I don't want to just get rich. I want to have real wealth and like
Yeah.
change a lot of people's lives. I ain't even doing it just for myself for sure.
Okay. So, you know, are you gonna look at that sooner rather than later? Or are you gonna be like come to a decision one day like, man, look, I'm done writing and producing. Now I'm finna or I'm done writing and doing whatever for myself. Now I'm
Mm.
about to go help other artists and I'm gonna just stop. Or are you gonna try to do it simultaneously?
Be honest, like I'm 22 now. Like I don't want to put
Sky's
no
the limit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You
yeah. I don't
22.
want to put a time limit
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but
Sky's the limit.
at the
Yeah.
same time, I don't want to be 30 years old. No knock on nobody who is, but like once my age start with a three, I'm not chasing rap no more. I promise. Like
Yeah.
by the day I'm 30, like December 8th, 2033, if I ain't big by then, it might gotta be over,
Yeah.
and then I just get
Yeah, we gonna
into
clip
like
this right here. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause if before you this and you get hot, I'm gonna be like, yo, remember when you sit right here? Like, if I'm not hot by then, and then you like, oh, you got hot on this day, this is it's gonna be one of them future clips. I'm telling you, brother. It's gonna be
yeah,
something you can revisit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah
I
for
put the
sure.
music down, blah blah blah, blah, and I done did this, but I'm in the music industry. So, nah, that's fine. But at least you got a plan, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? I'm not nothing against people who are 30. I'm
yeah, that's what I'm
33.
saying.
No,
No
I'm
knock
33,
on it.
but I ain't
I
gonna
just
lie to
don't
you.
want to do
I'm
it
not
like
finna be no rapper at 33. So
yeah, I
yeah,
don't because I
like
feel like the older you get, the like the lower your
yeah.
probability of
Because
ain't
you're
no,
getting
you
disconnected, right?
still could do it though for sure. Cause like people like I heard Two Chains blew when he was old. I don't know how true it is, but
Yeah.
I got a brother who say that every time. Cause I be like, man, I ain't blew yet. He was like, man, Two Chains blew when he was like 30. I'm like, all right, bet so.
That's cool, man.
But
Ain't
that's
that too
Two
ain't
Chains.
too many
Everybody
two
ain't Two
chains.
Chains.
Ain't
Yeah,
too many. I
yeah.
don't know too many two chains.
Everybody
Like
ain't Two Chains, but
yeah, so you know,
for
nah,
sure.
I feel that, man. But so, you know, we talked about the album, we talked about the June 27th, you know, that's gonna be a major day for you, right? You know, what is it that you want your son to know 20 years from now when they're listening to your music?
I want them to know that majority of the things I said, like I stood on like most morally correct. You know,
Yeah.
like I
Morals and
stand for
principles.
something. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just not out here going for anything. And you might hear it in a certain way, but this what I stand for. Like
Yeah.
I stand for doing the right thing. I stand for being solid, putting family first, putting priorities and business first. Like what you see ain't always what it is. Like it might
Yeah.
look a certain way, but this what I do. Like in real life too. Like
Yeah.
it might look like I'm turned up having this way, but I handled the business before the camera even cut on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the business always came first, and I never went against myself for nothing.
No, that's real, bro. That's
Yeah,
real for
for
sure.
sure.
For sure. And
That
so now,
caught me off guard right
yeah,
there.
nah, hey, brother, that's what we here for. We gotta
Yeah,
have real conversations with real people, right? You know what I mean? I know you know me. I know you got one. So,
yeah,
this is something that like you say, years down the line, you could go back and be like, "This is what I wanted you to know." You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
So,
sure.
and then as we get into the end of our segment, right? I'm just very curious, right? And it's not for clickbait,
Hmm.
but how do you handle haters, right? And when I say haters, right, I'm sure that there's people that that's like, oh, his music ass, or his music this, his music that, right? Or this shit not really good, or he need to give it up, right?
Yeah,
How you handle that?
but thankfully I never actually heard it. But I feel like people should have this what I'm finna say. I feel like people should have this perspective in life. I feel like you shouldn't even worry about the haters. You should worry about the few that's supporting you, even if you got a lot of haters. Like even in life, you shouldn't worry about what's not going good. You should be grateful for like what you got. So like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes people be so focused on the negative that they overlook the positive. So when on this positive road that I'm on, like I tune out negativity and I don't even care. It don't. I would say it fuel me, but I try not to even like visit it because like one bad thought can lead to 10. So I just stop it at the door. Like so, I just focus on the positive and the people who want to hear me. Cause one thing about a hater, they gonna be a hater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and if you ain't got no haters, you ain't really popping. So that's what come with it. So we ain't really worrying about a hater. Shout out to the hater. Hope y'all find peace. For
Nah,
sure.
that's real, man. Nah, that's real. We like that. We like that. And then my last question, right? This is just for the people to know with Baby J, right? What is the message you want to tell the people?
Mm. Through any season, I want to tell everybody, just like keep going first, cause sometimes like he puts you through a test to see like how strong your faith is. So like through darkness, like just know it's always light. Keep a positive mindset, stay focused, and most importantly, stay true to yourself through everything for sure.
And you have it, y'all. And now it's that time of the day, right? Before we get out of here, he's a father. I'm a father. Shout out to Cool Dad for allowing me to shoot in here as always, right? Nonprofit organization. If y'all looking to tap in with fathers, and again, I met him through another father, right? His
Mm-hmm.
cousin. So tap in with us. We're doing great things over here, and until next time, my brother. We look forward to June 27th,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that when they play that one song with the
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey, I
yeah,
heard
yeah.
that, huh?
June
Yeah,
27th
put me on.
freestyle. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that. Yeah, he put me on the
You
lane.
know
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just snitched on it, so you know he ain't from Houston.
Yeah,
Ain't
I'm
from
not
that.
from
Nah,
Houston,
yeah,
nah,
for
but yeah,
sure.
no, absolutely, man. Appreciate you having you, man. More success to your
Yeah,
album. You know what I mean. Hope to hear more projects coming soon,
for
right?
sure.
Like, what's the turnaround time? I know we just said last question, but what's the turnaround time to make another album after you do this? You already working on a second project or what?
I got one ready, but I'm gonna be honest, like I wanna get like stronger mentally, like physically first. I wanna like just come back 10 times better. So I
Yeah.
give it like 3 to 6 months. So
Okay.
like September to December. I got something for sure at the end of this
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right then, bro.
fall or winter.
All right, man. And so again, y'all go check it out, Mr. Houston, June 27th. All right.
Nah, for
And
sure.
we out.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out Cool Dads. Thank y'all for having me
Of
for sure.
course, bro.